This is what main events are about, people. You have Jack Collins, the artist formerly known as Magnum, who's looking to rise himself up to a solid main event level talent, as he's been slowly impressing ever since he debuted. And you have Michael Shaw, one of the men that could be considered, or is definitely considered, in the GOAT conversation of MCW. As he keeps winning, it doesn't look like anytime soon he's losing. One of the most dangerous men in the whole company, and Jack Collins will be making, trying to do what he can to take down the world champion. Of course, the title is not on the line in this match, but regardless, it is still a huge opportunity for Jack Collins. I mean, getting a win against Michael Shaw is not exactly an easy task, and something that's always going to enhance yourself up the card. I mean, look at someone like Elijah Chambers, who actually managed to get a shock win over Michael Shaw while he was still on strike over there, before he got drafted in the, or traded, sorry, between the brands. And Elijah Chambers managed to pick up a shock win against Michael Shaw, and shortly after that he managed to earn himself an international championship match against Francis Sharp. Of course, he wouldn't win that match, but nonetheless it shows that getting a match against someone like... What the fuck is happening? Sorry, my PC's being fucking weird. Excuse me, can we not do this? Let's okay, don't know what was just happening there. But it goes to show that getting a win over Michael Shaw is always huge for your career. Also, to any of the people that joined via the raid, thank you for sticking around. And also, if you are interested in being involved in MCW, if you add me on Discord, my username is the exact same as it is on Twitch. If you add me on Discord, I will send you an invite to the Discord server, where you can have a look at the rules and how we work, and kind of just have a look at the, the roleplay work that people put in as well. If it's something that you're looking to be interested in, we're more than happy to take on some more people. We have a great community, as you can tell by, the chat and how nice everyone's been. The lack of toxicity is kind of what we build ourselves around. We aren't trying to be one of them e-feds that are, where everyone builds an ego based around results on a virtual video game. But Jack Collins is, even though it does look like Michael Shaw's got most of the momentum, Jack Collins isn't exactly just getting destroyed here tonight. Of course, normally Michael Shaw would be, accompanied by his Severance teammates, but he demanded that, he wanted to do this on his own. Plus, I think he knew that, especially someone like, maybe he expected MD Silver to have a bit more of a harder time against Diego Barbosa, and would be maybe a bit more battered and bruised to be able to accompany him. Okay, cheers, Brad. Appreciate you backing up what I'm saying. There's Michael Shaw taking Jack Collins down to the ground, trying to bust him open. It would be unfortunate for Jack if Michael Shaw was able to just make quick work of him. Looks like he was going to try and go for maybe the figure four. We've seen him go for a few times, something that he started, utilising in his moveset ever since that feud with Diego, to try and take away his, advantage of kicks. But he kind of just stuck with it since, as it's worked for him on several times. But obviously Jack manages to get himself out of it. Goes to drop a fist onto the face of Jack, but he rolls out of the way just in time. Runs into him, I guess maybe just being a bit dazed from the offense he's taken. Kind of didn't notice how good his depth perception was. And a big spine buster from Michael Shaw there, as he now targets the legs. Gets him up into what looks like a powerbomb position, and he does. Looks like he's going to go for some sort of springboard maneuver here. Looking to go for a springboard clothesline, but he can't get it. Jack goes for a super kick, but again, Michael Shaw moves out of the way. And a nice suplex, goes straight into the pin, but it's a rope break called by the referee, with Michael's hands under the ropes. And Michael Shaw with a hip toss to Jack Collins. Jack Collins right back up, goes for a clothesline, but Michael Shaw's fists are just too fast for the Notorious to keep up with. But a nice leg takedown there from Jack to try and get himself back in this match, as he now picks up the World Champ. The World Champ with a hip toss. Very back and forth momentum in this match right now. At first it looked like it was pretty much all Michael, but it kind of just seems it's a consistent swap of the momentum here. It's like a rally race of who holds the baton of the lead in this match. Again, Jack going for another clothesline, but it's caught. And a nice caught Samoan drop there as he goes in for the pin. 1, 2. Jack kicks out at 2. Michael with a spear to Jack Collins. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And a kick out from Jack at 2. And now he's stalking him here. This could be it for Jack. And he plants him down with the move that's won him so many matches. I believe it won him the world title. 1, 2, 3. And Michael Shaw showing why he's the world champion. But Jack Collins did put up a valiant effort, but maybe he's just not quite at Michael Shaw's level. But he's definitely showing that he can get himself into a higher position on the card, a more respected roster member. Especially coming off the back of that loss that he took from Seo Minji at the pay-per-view on Fight Fest in the Underground match, in her retirement match, losing that. You know, a lot of people thought that maybe that would be Jack Collins' momentum kind of dying off, but then he manages to pick up a win against Ryan Ross. A match he was definitely not pegged to win. And now, you know, and then obviously being able to have that statement that he's beaten 2 out of 3 Severance member, of course, that brought, you know, the usual Jack Collins cockiness that we've seen, you know, 1,000 times at this point, saying that, you know, he wants to get the three-peat on all of them, but maybe bit off a bit more than he could chew with Michael Shaw. As he sits there, staring down that camera lens. No fear, no emotion. As Michael Shaw picks up his 11th win in MCW. Again, still the most